Hello, this is Miss Schrader. Today we are going to talk about the art form that came into fashion after the Baroque became less fashionable. My students, you're going to need a piece of paper and something to write with. You're going to take some notes, and then you're going to give me between 7 and 10 sentences about what you find interesting, educational, and important about the Rococo art style. So we're going to start with the room that you are looking at right now. I chose this because Rococo comes from the French word rocaille, referring to rock and shell garden ornaments. Um, and it's a lot of home decoration stuff, though there is some artwork that I'll be showing you. It emphasizes pastel colors, big circular curves, patterns with flowers, vines, and shells, and just over the top, a lot of stuff. As you look at this, it's decorative all over through. So Rococo started in France in the 1730s. And once again, as you're looking at this particular piece, which is called Ca Rezanico, and it's in Venice. It is a ceiling piece. You can get this idea. Once again, you can see there's a lot of pastels being used, a lot of soft colors, but it's showing people in various different places all the way around. If you're looking at this ceiling, you're going to have to be turning yourself around to take a look at it. It looks as though what we have going on here in the center is Apollo, possibly with his chariot flying across the sky, hitting the various different continents. It looks like Europe, Africa, Asia, and I'm assuming the Americas. So, once again, just over the top extreme. There's a lot of furniture done in the Rococo, and this piece you're looking at, it is a chest of drawers done by a man named Charles Crescent around 1730. And it is in something called Waddesdon Manor, which I think is in England. But once again, I mean, take a look at all of the little figurines all over this piece of furniture. Very visible, very busy. So very noticeable wherever you're going to be putting it. And there's a huge amount of furniture done in this elaborate style. What you're looking at now is the capital, the top of a column in Engelzell Abbey in Austria. And once again, it is showing all these curves, these movement pieces, curves, counter curves, um, lots of things that look like there's a lot of movement going on. The difference between the Baroque and the Rococo gets rid of the idea of symmetry, of things being balanced. You're going to have something on the left side and something on the right together. It completely goes insane. The Rococo has a lot of C-shaped things. It has a lot of flowers for ornamentation. Um, it's got a lot of Eastern Asian motifs, so it's looking at a lot of Chinese and Japanese influences, and of course, those pastel colors. This is the salon of the Hotel des Soubise in Paris. It was done between 1735 and 1740 by Germain Bouffrand. Once again, notice the pastel colors. This is a ceiling piece. Um, Also, the curving and the moving around. And there are figures of humans, possibly angels, in different locations. They do a lot with angels as well. This is another ceiling piece. It's a ceiling from the Church of Santi Giovanni e Paolo in Venice. And this is done by someone named Piazzetta. And one of the things I want you to notice to begin with is towards the bottom right hand side, there are people who appear to be looking down at you in the audience. And since this is a church scene, it looks to be possibly fighting amongst the angels versus the followers of Satan. So lots of movement going on there. Once again, lots of pastels. Can you see all the fluffy pink clouds? And over on the sides, once again, we have ornamental figures, probably angels. They look like they're getting into fights as well. This is the Wieskirk by Dominicus Zimmermann, done between 1745 and 1754. I'm not exactly certain of the exact location, but I showed it once again for the over the top look. This is the front of the church where the altar is, and just so much of this ornamental stuff, so very curving, lots of gold in there, just very, very extreme. And I wanted to show you a Rococo statue. This is the Fountain of Neptune and Amphitrite at the Palace of Versailles in France. It was done in 1740. You can see Neptune in the center there with Amphitrite next to him. But once again, huge number of figures in here, lots and lots of curving, lots and lots of movement. Almost makes you dizzy just to look at it. And I thought I'd finish off with this little bitty piece. This is a bowl for drinking out of. But once again, it is in the Rococo style. You can see the pastels. You got a couple of little birds to one side, some gold going with it, a lot of shiny stuff. All right, so my students, I have been giving you some examples of Rococo art. What I'd like you to do is give me between 7 and 10 sentences about what you found interesting, educational, and important.